Grab for territories, habitat destruction, resource absorbing. Do you really think that all of this stuff is just about us humans? Nope. Some animal species also behave like real aggressors, devastating other species and changing enormous ecosystems. Yes, these species are invasive ones, and they're extremely dangerous. Can you believe they can possibly change our planet completely? Some of them surely can. The first one is a marmor crab, or a marbled crayfish. This extremely strange creature is also able to clone itself. All the representatives of the species are females. When it comes time to give birth to their kinds, they just lay fertilized eggs, and sometime later, thousands of new little crayfish appear. This species was bred in early 90s in Germany, and were used to fill aquariums. Their direct ancestor is crayfish Procambarus phalanx. Originally, they were bred for selling in pet shops. During successive breeding, one of the crayfishes turned out to be mutated and having a gamete with a double chromosome set. As a result, the first female with 3 chromosomes instead of 2 appeared. All her offspring have had identical genomes, meaning they're real clones. What a superpower! At the beginning, owners were happy because they might have presented their relatives with tiny crayfish. But the latter reproduced too fast and people started threw them into the nearest water bodies. Marmor crab adapt to any conditions, and even can crawl from one water body to another. Guess what happened? Now the situation looks more like the marmor crab worldwide invasion. For example, in Madagascar, marbled crayfish were brought in only 2007. 13 years later, there are millions of them. Just look at the map. Here are the European countries in which marmor crabs live in the wild now. There are many regions in the world where selling this kind of crayfish is strictly forbidden. The reason is simple. It's now the most harmful and dangerous invasive species, and it is constantly conquering new territories. And we humans haven't found the solution to this problem yet. I guess the next invader will impress you no less. This is a tiny island in Guam with an area of 210 square miles. It's situated in the Pacific Ocean, halfway between Australia and Japan. This territory belongs to the USA. The island was occupied by Japan forces during the Second World War and released by Americans in 1944. The Americans started bringing military hardware from the nearest Papua New Guinea, and by mistake took an unpleasant gift to Guam. They brought, probably as a stowaway in ship cargo, a creature called the brown tree snake. And this snake turned out to be much more dangerous invaders than Japanese forces. Because of abnormally abundant prey resources on Guam and the absence of natural predators, brown tree snake populations reached unprecedented numbers. They completely subjugated the whole island for several decades. The reason is closed ecological system typical for any island, which always have a fragile balance. The snakes felt very well, having unlimited resources of food and started to reproduce in great amounts, and it resulted in a horrible situation. By the 1980s, 10 of 12 native bird species had been wiped out, and as a result, all the Guam ecosystem has changed. The authorities do their best to deal with this huge problem. Great number of measures are coming into play. For example, since 2013, military forces have thrown thousands of mouse bodies stuffed with paracetamol from helicopters. This medicine is toxic for brown tree snakes. Every mouse body was hung on a small cardboard parachute to make it glide down slowly and get stuck in the trees and branches, just where the snakes live. Some of the snakes had indicators that fixed if the bait had been eaten. The experiments have brought some good results as the population of snake invaders have reduced. About $1 million were spent on this project. Doing this work, they hope that birds will come back, because having lost them, the forest turned into scary movie decorations, completely silent and covered with webs. Without birds, spiders have lost their natural enemies and also started to grow in number with enormous speed. Yes, spiders are another serious problem on Guam Island. The loss of birds inevitably leads to the growth of insects and spider populations. In one of the studies about the Guam's birds disappearing, biologist Haldre Rogers found out an amazing thing. This island's jungles have as many as 40 times more spiders than are found on nearby islands like Saipan. The reason is that birds are eaten out by the brown tree snake, had been controlling the number of spiders, and now everything has collapsed. To find out exactly how many spiders were on the island, Roger's team spent 4 months hiking through jungles counting spiderwebs. The number of arachnids astonished the scientists. The main aim of scientists and authorities now is to prevent brown tree snakes from spreading to other islands. The US spends more great amounts of money a year on searching airplanes and cargo, not to let the snakes escape from Guam. All in all, there isn't any other place in the world that has lost all of its insect-eating birds. And this kind of apocalypse is waiting for every ecosystem where this terrible disaster can happen. And it really can. There are several army bases and a very big port on Guam Island. Is it possible that just right now, brown tree snakes are peacefully traveling to other islands situated nearby to wreak havoc there? Why not? Let's drop poor Guam Island and fast forward to Florida. This territory can boast of fascinating beaches and vast wetlands. But it is also known as a state teemed with a great number of invasive species. There are more than 500 of them: Yemen chameleons, lionfish, Asian rhesus macaques, and many others, and infamous Burmese pythons, which are guilty for the disappearing of a great number of animals in Florida. Burmese pythons had been extremely popular pets, and releasing the snakes into the wild was only a question of time. Actually, a great number of Burmese pythons in the waters of the Everglades were noticed in the 90s. But the key issue of the irreversible moment was the hurricane that struck Florida in 1992. The terrible disaster destroyed the farm where pythons for terrariums had been bred. After years of breeding, tens of thousands of the snakes inhabit the mainland around Everglades National Park. They are devouring rare and endangered species, destroying the natural functioning system. A 2012 study showed that populations of raccoons had dropped 99.3%, opossums 98.9%, and bobcats 87.5% since 1997. Marsh rabbits, cottontail rabbits, and foxes effectively disappeared. As scientists say, it's almost impossible to calculate the real number of any snake population because of the inaccessibility of their habitats. They are sure that now there are thousands of these reptiles around Florida. And just one Burmese python is tens or hundreds of thousands of eaten mammals. Florida authorities are trying to conquer the invader in all kinds of ways. In 2020, they launched a 10-day revamped python challenge, trying to engage citizens in the fight against invasive species. The first Python Challenge was organized in 2013, and every year people try to do their best to help. Just look at the python caught. It's huge! And this is only one snake of those who have been destroying Florida's ecosystem day by day. Today, invasive species are spread all over the world. Now meet Rapana venosa, a large mollusk that invaded the waters of the Black Sea. It was first found there in the late 40s. As scientists think, the animal got into the Black Sea on the bottoms of the ships arriving from the Pacific Ocean after the end of the Russo-Japanese War. On arrival to the warm waters of the Black Sea, Rapana started devouring all bivalves that inhabited the water basin. Rapana quickly moves with the help of powerful muscle leg along the sea bottom. This leg also works like a vacuum cleaner that sucks out all the shell inhabitants. Rapana has eaten several endemic species and almost wiped out the most of commercial species. There are almost no Black Sea oysters, mussels, or scallops left now. Sorry to say, there are no serious predators in the Black Sea that can control the population of Rapana. Rapana's natural enemies are starfish, but they cannot survive in the waters with such low saltiness. But Rapana is not the only invader that had gotten themselves to the Black Sea vandalizing there. Nemoposis lady, a species of Centenophora, has brought much more trouble to the Black Sea ecosystem. They arrived with ship ballast water in 1982, and almost at once turned out to be a real ecological disaster. It has eaten almost all plankton of this water area. After the plankton, the great number of fish species became critically endangered. Just imagine! In 1989, the population of Nemeopis lady was about 10 animals per cubic foot. The Black Sea anchovy, the main commercially important fish, came off the worst. This fish didn't withstand competition with gluttonous Nemeopis and almost went extinct. The loss of the fishing industry was about $400 million. Besides, the absence of natural filtering in the Black Sea led to so-called eutrophication. The process means increasing biomass generation in a water body. These creatures even don't have any brain, heart, or bones, but they have a very strong nerve system and the great ability to devour everything around them. The situation looked as if nothing could help the Black Sea, but another intruder appearing a bit later came to the rescue. Cucumis, another species of Ctenophora, turned out to be a natural enemy of Nemiopus. The thing is that this creature can't digest plankton, fish, fish eggs, jellyfish, or fish juveniles. The only thing it can eat is Nemiopus lady. What a lucky coincidence! Thanks to Cucumis, the natural ecological balance has been restored. Here is one more invasive species that arrived in Hawaii. The common kokui frog is endemic and a symbol of Puerto Rico. It came to Hawaii with different plants transported to the state. It is very small, not more than 2 inches long, but they occupied almost the whole archipelago. There are thousands upon thousands of frogs everywhere. But why is it a problem? The species is named for the loud call the males make at night, and this sound is so loud that it can reach up to 90 to 100 decibels. Long before kokui appeared on the Hawaiian Islands, the territory had been a very popular destination. The trade in real property had been very active. But then when these little monsters appeared, everything changed. Nobody wants to live in a place with such terrible noise and lack of sleep. And now the financial situation in the state is worsening. No doubt. There are 4 times greater kokui frogs on Hawaiian Islands than there are in Puerto Rico. But not only animals can be invaders. Some plants can also influence and spoil ecological balance. African oil palm is well known all over the world because it gives a very popular oil. The fast-growing plant can give 9 times more oil than soybeans, and it is very profitable. So a great number of plantations have appeared in almost all tropical zones. Nowadays, oil palms produce more than 35% of all vegetable oil on Earth, and it is one of the main reasons for deforestation in those regions. Huge territories with unique ecosystems were destroyed to cover these lands with palm oil plantations. Sumatra Island especially differentiates here. It has given 40% of its vegetation in favor of oil palm plantations. Scientists say, during the period from 1990 to 2008, clearing space for oil tree plantations account for 8% of the whole amount of deforestation. Tropical forests are usually rich in biodiversity, but their growth takes no less than 100 years. Every hour, the forest area equaling 300 football patches are cut out. It seems that with forests, huge number of animals also disappear, almost having no chance to survive. Only 8 invasive species are on my list now. There are many, many more of them, of course, and they all have a terrible impact on the ecosystem of our planet. Some of them are just around you. You want details? Write below in the comments, and I'll tell you about them in the next videos. See you!